Next up, Michael Alexander of the Downtown Waterfront Working Group is here to discuss the group's plans of converting the waterfront station and surrounding area into a spectacular waterfront arrival site. Here's LJ Meyer.
Waterfront Station and the area around it is Vancouver's main transit hub, and more than 50,000 of us pass through it every day. The Downtown Waterfront Working Group would like to transform this busy station and the rather ugly waterfront in front of it into a destination that people want to go to. We're honored to have Michael Alexander with us today to explain the plan. He's an urban designer and a member of the Downtown Waterfront Working Group. Welcome to Access TV.
Thank you, LJ.
So what is the Downtown Waterfront Working Group and how did it get started?
It's a group of urban planners, urban policy people, former city planners, a historian, who got together because a building that was proposed to go next to Waterfront Station would have foreclosed all the opportunities to turn this into the fabulous transportation hub that it could be.
And it was called the Ice Pick, and it was basically a very large building on a small footprint. Is that right?
That's exactly right. And it loomed over Waterfront Station. So we got together and said, wait a minute, the problem is partly the building, but the real problem is that if that building gets built, nothing else that the city has planned for since 2009 would get built.
So what's this 2009 plan that your group's pushing?
It's a framework plan, a big picture plan for the area. And what it says is that we want to maximize the opportunity at Waterfront Station because Waterfront Station is the best connected transit hub in North America. Listen to what it's got.
Yeah.
It has 2 SkyTrain lines, the Canada Line, the C-Bus, the West Coast Express, freight rail to and from Canada and the United States, helicopters, float planes to Vancouver Island and the North, cruise ships, regional and local buses, taxis, 3 share car companies, personal and Mobi shared bicycles, and pedestrians because you can walk to all of this place easily. In addition, there's more that to come and more that could come. By the end of this year, we're going to have the Evergreen SkyTrain line connected to the other SkyTrains. We could have an additional C-Bus. The C-Bus already exists, cutting travel time to the North Shore in half. The right-of-way exists to have passenger rail across Canada. You could come from YVR or a cruise ship, get on a passenger rail, go to Montreal or take the Rocky Mountaineer to Banff National Park. And this month, the Premier of BC and the Governor of Washington State said they want to connect Seattle and Vancouver into a Northwest Tech Center via high-speed rail. We can do that.
So what is the station going to look like after you do all this thing?
You have behind the station itself, what people think of as Waterfront Station, wonderful 1912 heritage building, but behind it is an ugly transit center that really does not work. Yeah. The walkways, you go up, down, around to get to make connections, very, very poorly done. Behind that is a rail yard on which a platform can be built to expand that whole waterfront transit station
and connect up the walkways, the seawalls.
Redo everything.
That's
fantastic. But make the connections easy.
And I understand that there's going to be a big and beautiful concourse in front of the station as well, where you've got those ugly hallways.
That's one opportunity, but there are also opportunities for big public spaces behind. Right now, people just pass through it. Yeah. We want to make it a place where people want to linger, where they can go to restaurants, where they can do some shopping, where they can attend public events, where they can hear music. All of those things are possible.
But how are we going to make this happen? Because the city doesn't own the land. The Cadillac Fairview owns the station. The CP line owns the tracks. The Vancouver Whitecaps owns the land under the tracks. The provincial and federal governments have to be involved. How are you going to make it work with all those people?
It is complicated, but we are talking with all of the players now. And we are meeting with them and we are saying, look, the big picture, you have to join together to make this really happen. If we don't join together and make this happen, then we will never, for example, be able to open Granville Street, the end of Granville Street, to the water and to the mountains, which is what Vancouver is really all about, isn't it?
Yes.
And right
The
now,
view
you
corridors.
look down Granville Street, which is Vancouver's celebration street, and what do you see? You see the black maw of a parkade.
Yes.
The entrance to a parkade.
So it looks like we're just about out of time, but I want people to know that if they want more information about events and news about this issue, they can go to the Downtown Waterfront Working Group's Facebook page, and all that information will be there. I'd like to thank you, Michael Alexander, for coming out and sharing this with us today. And I would like to thank all of you for tuning in. I'm LJ Meyer.